Hi guys, it's Carissa, and I apologize for this video. I know that sounds stupid to say, but I just recently posted a Lush haul and I was talking all about how I only go to Lush like once a year and I very rarely buy that much stuff, but I had such a pleasant experience that I decided to go back for something for my nieces for Easter. And I compiled a short list of items that I might want to check out while I was there. I went early enough in the morning that the staff didn't have a lot of customers to deal with, and that allowed me the ability to have some one-on-one time and get a lot of ingredient information and personal recommendations. So shout out to Marissa, who is easily my favorite sales girl in the world, and she was just this pretty little thing who sat there with me and showed me all of these amazing items. So because this feels kind of indulgent and it's a little bit embarrassing. I also don't have very much time, so I'm going to try and do it quickly. Just know that a lot of this heavily weighs on the fact that I've had a lot of trouble finding products that really suit me, that are also cruelty-free, or at the very least are not tested on animals. I was going to make a big long rant video about that, about how I just don't genuinely love most of the products that I've been purchasing to replace others, especially skincare, until it dawned on me that I should really look into Lush. First things first, the item that I ended up going in for. This is kind of a surprise to my nieces for Easter. I did buy them some Easter egg bath bombs on Etsy from a shop that they have received bath bombs from before, and they're supposed to have little sponge animals on the inside. I thought that would be fun, but I couldn't resist getting the golden egg. And just for the sake of my marriage and home and sanity, I won't remove this, but it's this beautiful bath bomb covered in gold glitter, which I guess is made from dried seaweed. It's actually natural, it's not plastic glitter. Amazing. Then in these bags here, I purchased one for myself, and I figured I'd give one of these to my nieces as well, because they're kind of getting to the age where you can't just hand them one thing. It's just, trust me, my sister and I are the same way. So I also picked up these Milky Bath bubble bars. The scent of this is amazing. I wish I could scent my entire home with this. Oh, here come the dogs. Here are the paper crinkling. It has this really sweet, soft, delicate fragrance, but it smells so clean and refreshing. I can't wait to use that. This is not something that I was hoping to look into, but we got talking a little bit about the benefits of certain types of products. And my overall concern for my skin and my hair generally is to just prevent dullness and to really focus on anti-aging. So despite the fact that the rose scented shampoo bar smelled like absolute heaven, if you know me at all, you know that I love rose, and I love showing you the top of my bra inadvertently. I was going to try and pull up all the names of these items for you, but what I'll do is I'll put a full product list below this video. It'll be easier for you that way anyway. But this is the honey scented one. I can't remember the name of it, but this seemed to suit my personal needs more, not to really provide any volume or any texture differences other than shine and softness. And so I'm looking forward to trying this because I've never used a shampoo bar at all before. I think I bought one a long time ago and lost it. So not from Lush, just like a generic grocery store bar. One thing that I do love about Lush, which I guess it never had really occurred to me before, but that I did learn, is that if certain products can be standalone, then they don't have any packaging, and that prevents waste, and it allows you to pay for the quality of ingredients in the product and not excess packaging. And I think that that is such a remarkable concept. How smart. This was a recommendation after I had just in passing mentioned that I have Bigfoot feet that look like they've never seen any sort of care as I trek through the forest. Oh, it smells like grapefruit, is it? I don't know, but this is a pumice bar. It's sort of a built-in moisturizer and exfoliator for the foot, and you can leave it in the shower. She actually recommended that I use one of my empty pots to keep it in, which is such a good idea. You know, until you build up 5 to turn in for a face mask, you can use them to store some of the products that they sell tins for and save money on the tins. How smart is that? I'm really hoping that I have beautiful, unrecognizable feet after using this. For the sake of getting through the crinkly stuff, I'm going to jump into the samples she provided me, which was so generous of her. She gave me 3 samples. This is the Pink Peppermint Foot Lotion. I asked her to recommend of the, I believe there were 3 foot moisturizers there, which one was the best for feet that look like tree bark. And she said this one. She offered me some of the shower creams, and when I asked for her recommendation, because they all smelled really good to me, these are the 2 she suggested, and I loved both of them, especially because they aren't necessarily what I would have chosen right away. This is the Yuzu and Cocoa shower cream, and this is the Olive brand shower gel. One of the products that I wanted so badly to get my grubby mitts on were the Color Cosmetics. I picked up 1 cream eyeshadow and 2 liquid liners. I love the packaging on these. I don't know, I think I'm gonna try them for the first time right now. So there is an applicator inside the lid here, and this is the color Sophisticated. Here's a little swatch for you. Oh, that's so pretty. I love how, I put way too much on. I love how it's sort of a mauve-y taupe earth tone color. I'm really into that. I don't have a great history with cream eyeshadows, but I am definitely willing to give these a try. I don't have a primer on per se, but I do have a little bit of It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye on, kind of spread over my lid from this morning, so I'll just apply it over that. Glides on really nicely, and I barely even have to blend it. Look at that color. I'm gonna bring it up on the lid a little bit more. And I think that just with how reflective it is and with the color, it kind of creates dimension on its own. It's really pretty, nice and subtle. Not so much for the liquid liners that I picked up. I have the colors Motivation and Fantasy here. Motivation was the one that I was instantly drawn to, just because of the color. It's this sort of mermaid blue, sort of like a greenish blue. And Fantasy was recommended to me, and once I tried it, I thought, yeah, I need that one. It is this incredibly bright, sparkly, rich gold color. I couldn't resist. I wanted to try this Twinkle Toes foot powder. This is a rose and geranium scented powder, and you're supposed to pat it onto your feet just before you put your shoes on, at least is what I'm planning to do, so they stay fresh and dry. I wear a lot of flats with no socks this time of year, you know, transitioning into flip-flop season, and I noticed my feet feeling a little sticky the other day. I don't really have a problem with foot odor or excess foot sweat, but it's definitely uncomfortable, so I am excited about using this. And there are tiny little sparkles in this, which is totally unnecessary, but so super cute. And I'm excited to try Lush deodorant for the first time. I was thinking that I'd be most interested in the Governor after reading about them, just because it's mainly a charcoal-based deodorant, and I thought, well, I'm sure that's probably the one that I would like the most. This one I did not think I'd like, because even though it's in bar form, which is super convenient for application, unfortunately it said that it was a patchouli-based bar. And even though I like patchouli as sort of a note in fragrance, I don't tend to like it standalone. But this is a very tasteful amount of patchouli, if that's, I mean, not to say that, I don't know, excuse that statement. So it looks like this. It's nice and solid, but if you rub it and sort of warm the oils up with your finger, you can feel it depositing, and it has this nice sort of powdery finish to it. It's not super oily or sticky. I don't know why I pictured it being kind of like how the lotion bars are in consistency, but this is fantastic. Hopefully I can use it consistently enough for long enough to kind of get through that transition phase. I know natural deodorants sort of take an adjustment period, so I hope I can stay in my own armpits long enough to actually stick with that. When I picked up my Turkish Delight the other day, I thought I could get away with not repurchasing the Rose Argan Body Conditioner. This is another rose scented product, and it's like an in-shower moisturizer. A lot of people use those together, but I don't know if I've mentioned in the past that sometimes if I use too moisturizing ingredients, too excessively moisturizing, my skin can tend to feel itchy. Not really so much because of the ingredients, but I think if I just suffocate my pores too much or something with too much moisture, I start to kind of get an itchy feeling especially on my arms where I have keratosis pilaris, which is the red bumpy skin condition in the hair follicles. So this is great for that, but I tend to swap them on and off, and that also kind of keeps my skin guessing and prevents me getting used to it. They both smell so amazing. I can use both of them to shave with. The Turkish Delight is a little better for shaving, but I think they're both great products. And the last items here are the real main reason why I went in. These were the most important things, in my opinion, to start to try and see how my skin responds. So I asked for moisturizers and cleansers, but I was also recommended toners because of their role in absorption of product. I will tell you that I believe the jar that I have downstairs in the fridge is the Sacred Truth. I picked up a small container of that. It does need to be refrigerated because it has a yogurt base and free-range eggs as well. So that will expire more quickly than other products, even though it is being refrigerated. So I didn't pick up quite as large a container of that, although I have a feeling I'll really love it. The other mask that I picked up is the long-coveted cup of coffee, which is very top-heavy and just knocked over my camera and many of the products on my table because I dropped it. But I have a feeling if you're familiar with any Lush products, you've probably heard about this one or seen this one or used it yourself even. I was incredibly impressed with this product when I was given a demonstration in the store. I almost said demolition, but that's actually what the product just did on on my vanity. Rather than deciding on one toner, I chose a small version of both of these because it's roughly the same price as purchasing just one large one, and I truly couldn't decide between the two. I'm hoping that I'll either like them both enough and continue to buy them like this, or decide that one of them is definitely for me and be able to switch to that one in the future. The toners are great because you can remove the cleanser that I purchased with them and then spray them on before applying moisturizer for like ultimate impact and to stretch the moisturizer a little more so you don't use it as quickly. There are lots of beneficial products in these. They both have a lavender scent to them. One of them is more lavender rose, which I believe is the aroma water. And the other is more spa-like, smells like essential oils and a little bit of citrus, and that is Breath of Fresh Air, aptly named. There is gold glitter on all of this from that egg. The facial cleanser that I selected is Ultra Bland. This felt so good on my skin, and it's been a really long time since I've used a cleanser that didn't just feel like a means to remove my makeup and truly felt like it was beneficial to my skin. This has beeswax and rose cream in it, and those two ingredients alone just felt so amazing being applied, but even better once they were removed, and I could really see how it improved the texture of my skin. And it's a nice, rich, kind of thick consistency, so you can use it very purposefully and not use too much at once. The moisturizer that I selected is Skin's Shangri-La. This is the anti-aging moisturizer. It has the most moisturizing properties. It will help brighten the skin. This definitely has an earthier scent to some of the other products that I've discussed, so if you didn't care for this scent in person, I think that the moisturizing properties of it alone will sell you on it, but because you can also combine it with the toner and really drench your skin in the toner first and then apply this over it, I think that will help a lot with the fragrance. I did also really want to purchase the moisturizer called Gorgeous. It smelled really good, it felt really good, but it was a super light moisturizer, so I think that I'll wait until it gets warmer, or if I, for whatever reason, feel that this is too heavy a moisturizer for regular use and I want something to swap back and forth with, I will alternate it with this and see kind of how my skin responds. So that is everything. Like I said, this felt super indulgent and a little ridiculous, but it was definitely a treat to myself. It did feel like a significant shopping trip, but in just personal and mental health matters, I do have to proudly say that I went sound mind and went shopping decidedly to actively make a change in what I use for products and to try and really appreciate this line for what it is, rather than going shopping out of sadness or retail therapy. it's dangerous to go shopping when you feel sad. And in fact, what I've been doing lately is just making myself some tea, and trying to stay inside, not go online shopping, not look at social media, and just kind of do something good for myself, paint my nails, play with my pets, or pet them and brush them, and really try and do good, calming, beneficial, helpful things, and not be destructive. So this may look, so in the past, this may have been a destructive, bad mental health shopping trip, but this was something where I was really looking for positive changes, and I'm so thrilled to have had such an incredible experience. I do have to say, Marissa was such a good salesperson, but there were other people in the store as well. There's another woman in the store as well who was great. I think that it has a lot to do with the approach, and sometimes the enthusiasm can really overshadow or overpower the ultimate message that I think a lot of Lush staff is hoping to share. So I do feel really badly about some of the things I've said in the past regarding Lush, but I don't take that back at all. Just as a consumer, even as somebody who has a retail background, I can tell you right now, I was taken aback by some of my ventures into the store, but this particular location seems like a really good one, and I received top-notch help. So if you go to a Lush and you feel overwhelmed, maybe just tell them, just say, I made a list, there's some things I need, and if there are things that you need to get some help or some recommendations on, you can steer them in that direction and maybe control the approach, which I didn't even feel I needed to do today. It was so nice, but don't feel like you can't treat yourself to these really wonderful products just because it can be intimidating or anxiety inducing. So that's just my short little PSA for you. I am a convert. I definitely feel like I will brave Lush in the future, on trips, on vacations, and in my local shop, especially if I respond well to these products. So as always, please let me know what you love at Lush, if there's anything you've discovered recently, if you tried the color cosmetics, which ones you like the most, because there were so many of them, it was hard to narrow it down. And thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.